Good day, everyone. This is Jean Francie Balanay, and I am the next reporter. And I will be going to further discuss about the component one, which is the curriculum aims, goals, and objectives. So when we say aims, goals, and objectives, it talks about the target or the desired result of a certain school institution. So the Philippine educational system is divided into three educational levels. These are primary, secondary, and tertiary. So based on the Philippine Constitution of 1978, all schools shall aim to first inculcate patriotism and nationalism. So when we say patriotism, it talks about pagkamakabayan or shows loyalty in our country, or we show a healthy pride in our country that brings about feelings of loyalty and a desire to help other citizens. So when we also talks about nationalism, it's about the belief that your country or our country is superior. So next is foster love of humanity. So it talks about helping one another and you show sympathy and empathy. Number three is promote respect for human rights. So it's about respecting our different beliefs and culture and more. Number four, appreciate the role of national heroes in the historical development of the country. So here, it also talks about showing love and respect in these heroes like Dr. Jose Rizal, Lapu-Lapu, and more, since they are the one who help our country to be free, 'di ba? So next is number five, teach the rights and duties of citizenship. So it is about the right to life and liberty, and we respect national flag and national anthem. Just like every time na ay nag-flag ceremony or nag-flag retreat. So as a citizen pod, we have to put our hands in our heart and mutindog ta and then mo atubang ta sa atong flag, wherein it also shows respect and one of our duty as a Filipino here in our country. So number six is strengthen ethical and spiritual values. So here, like musimbata, wherein it shows faith and trust in God. Next, number seven, develop moral character and personal discipline. Number eight, encourage critical and creative thinking, wherein we practice in thinking wisely or comprehensively in a certain situation or a lesson. Number nine, broaden specific and technological knowledge and promote vocational efficiency. So, for example, today, in the 21st century, no, it is necessary for us to be computer literate or know how to use technology, since it is part of the teaching and learning process as well as in the real life situations practically. So now let's proceed with the aims of elementary education. So here, it provides knowledge and develop skills, attitudes, values essential to personal development and necessary for living in and contributing to a developing and changing society. So here, we are practicing or we encourage learners that fosters their skills, ilang values, ilang attitudes to have an effective and sufficient way in imparting knowledge, as well as they will bring it in the outside of the school, wherein muna siya importante, no? Because as what they have learned inside the school, they will also it is also needed to perform it or to bring it outside the school. So Next is provide learning which increase the child's awareness of and responsive to the changes in the society. So it we here we realize and make them think of what actually happening in our world and instill their minds to be part of society's development. Next is promote and intensify knowledge, identification with, and love for the nation and the people to which he or she belongs. So here when we say intensify, it's about increase, or we increase their ability to show and express love and respect to the people around them, including their family, ilang friends, and more. So next is promote work experiences to which develop orientation to the world of work and the learner to engage in honest and gainful work. Like for example, mga field trip or experiment and something that they can truly understand the world of work wherein they can realize things practically, no? Because for me, based on what I have observed and what I have learned as a student, no, if we put the students in a field trip or experiments wherein they will practically know, or they will practically perform a certain thing, mas mabala nila, or they will acquire a certain lesson or a certain information or idea na ani ni siya mahitabo, ani day ni siya, which is magamit jud nila sa ilang kinabuhi. So now, next, let's proceed with the aims of secondary education. So here, first, it continued to promote the objectives of elementary education. Why? Because here, mas gi-improve or gi-develop para ma-attain ang high knowledge or education sa secondary level. So next is discover and enhance the different for productive endeavor and or to prepare them for tertiary schooling. So mo to siya, diri nga part pod, they will be prepared or showing an effort of being prepared, like the learners will become productive, produces or does a hard work for something na ilaang na ihatag sa teacher or something na that is needed for them to do. Now let's proceed with the tertiary education. So here it provides general education programs which will national identity, cultural consciousness, moral integrity, and spiritual vigor. So here, it is this part is the higher level of education, as well as their thinking skills when it comes to kaning national identity, wherein it talks about the essentialized notions of being. Then when we say cultural consciousness, it talks about the process of developing awareness of culture in the self, which can result in expanding, understanding, and developing deeper knowledge about their individuals and context in school. So when we say like moral integrity, it's about when you are doing the right thing when no one is watching, no, because we know what is right and wrong, and because of that we still choose to do the right thing. So muna siya ang moral integrity po. Then spiritual vigor, so when we say spiritual vigor, it's about the relationship between the souls of a person, the souls or mind of a person. Next, train the nation's manpower in the skills required for national development. So here, get trained, no, in their chosen field, wherein they develop another form of skills that is significant in each of our lives, no? Okay, 'di ba? If we choose a certain course or a certain major, we have to be trained in that chosen field or in that chosen area, because in that way, no, we are able or we are capable of acquiring um, a knowledge or an experience wherein it can develop ourselves na magamit na to for the near future and the future. The next, develop the professions that will provide leadership for the nation, improving the quality of life and respond effectively to changing society. No? For example, kani as an education student, no, we have practice teaching wherein we are sent in the field which is in a certain school, no, dito isenta sa lain-laing school, no. So here we are trying to be better, and we develop a higher skills as much as possible that can contribute in our students and society generally. So next, um the school's mission statement spells out its vision. So the mission targets to produce uh, the kind of persons that the students will become after having been educated over a certain of time. So here, the school's mission statement is about the aim or the desired result, no, in the school institution, as what I have said earlier. So examples of school's mission is first to produce globally competitive lifelong learners. No, that is one of the example of school's mission, and I agree with that, because for me as a Norsunia, no, we already memorized the VMGO or the seated um, VMQP and all. Um, there are also words that are familiar, no, na nagamit pod and is very significant for each student in that university or in that school to know or to be memorized. So number 2, commits to the total development of individuals for life adjustment and to the upliftment of the economically deprived but deserving students through quality instructions, facilities, and curricula responsive to the need of the time. So, naapo na siya dito sa mission pod sa Negros Oriental State University, which is, I undoubtedly agree. And I am also motivated for that mission sa usa ka school. So here, proceed ta sa the school's vision and mission are further translated daw into goals which are broad statements or intents to be accomplished. For example of school goals are first, build a strong foundation of skills and concepts. Number 2, efficient and effective administrative responsive of the needs of the university and community. So that would be the end of my part or the end of my report. So thank you so much, and Benson JR, your turn.